a regather, a try for the Melbourne Genius.
Pappenhausen accelerates onto the ball, shows it as if he's going to kick it, and then just slices through.
Now Slater again. Oh, Slater is carving it up.
He's not just a big body, he's quick, he can move, he's evasive.
Back inside for Slater. Billy Slater will score.
Hi there, welcome to Billy's Breakdown for this week. We're down here on the sidelines at PointsBet Stadium. Billy, what a gorgeous Sunday afternoon, and if you're a Sharks fan, they keep marching on, don't they? They're well entrenched inside the top four, 30 points to 4 against the disappointing Tigers.
Wow, that was so impressive, the Sharks here this afternoon. And look, it was nearly duck egg upon duck egg back-to-back weeks for the Sharks defensively, but Ken Mamalo scored a try late, but it was all the Sharks in this one. And look, I just love the way that they defend their try line. They've got so much clarity around their roles, both defensively and offensively. Matt Moylan had a field day down the short sides, and the way that he's combining with Nicho Hynes it's a recipe for who knows what at the end of the year. So look, it's a joy to watch these guys play. They're enjoying their football. They're all smiling, and everyone had a great day here at Shark Park.
Yeah, dynamic, aren't they? And they're relentless the way that they combine. Some teams are happy just to set up around the field. The Sharks seem like they're always happy to bite away.
You watch their set plays. Everyone knows their role. Just watch this. Nicho Hynes gets it. Cam McInnes goes through a hole, and there's space out wide. Everyone's smooth. Everyone's intent is good, and everyone just knows their role. And look at them all smiling. This one's another one. You know, Cam McInnes goes for a yawning hole, and the timing's perfect, but they're all in the right positions. You got Kennedy backing up on the outside. They're a pleasure to watch at the minute.
And they've got all the ingredients, don't they, Billy? Not just the halves, they've got a massive forward pack who was so dominant here today. Will Kennedy does a great job at the back. And the two wingers, they're as good a wing combination in the competition, Mulatalo and Katoa. Yeah,
this wasn't a great moment for Mulatalo. And honestly, this meant so much to the Sharks. They were so disappointed. I watched the heads of every Sharks player, and when they scored a try, this was right at the end of the game, and they missed an opportunity to have a 0 next to the Tigers, and they were disappointed with that. So that just goes to show how defensive orientated this team is. Off the back of their coach Craig Fitzgibbon, they're on a track for some good things this year.
What about Dale Finucane's influence here? You played with him for so many years. Can you see his influence seeping through this Sharks outfit?
Well, he's the barometer for the standards. Him, Cam McInnes, those guys are brought to the club to create a culture and to create the standard of the club at training and also in the games. And what that does, it allows the likes of Nicho Hynes and Matt Moylan and Brayley to just do their thing in the middle, because they know everything else is taken care of. It's no fluke that their timing's good. It's no fluke that they turn up on their try line defensively time after time after time, because they're creating that at training with these players.
Yeah. A word on the Tigers. That was their only try. The Ken Mamalo one, but it was more their defence. It seems terribly, in fact the whole game seems terribly disorganised.
Yeah, dealt a cruel blow with Dane Laurie, pulling out through COVID at the start of the day. Stafford Toa goes back to fullback, and I thought they were taken advantage of down the short sides in the first half. An inexperienced fullback, you can get that. The numbers weren't correct, and Matt Moylan just had a field day down those short sides. And then off the back of that, the second half, there was probably a handful of moments where the urgency just to compete just wasn't there. The first play in the second half, Luke Brooks couldn't get to dummy half, and they turned the ball over. There was one in goal, there was a 20-metre tap, there was a number of plays that the effort just wasn't there today. So when you're in a hole, that's what you do need. You do need effort. You can't not compete on plays.
All right, bit of fallout, one suggests, after the Tigers have now lost 8 in a row going back to last year. Let's break it all down. You're talking about kicking games with fullbacks in the line, and we're seeing fullbacks defend up tight, aren't we? Because particularly on the goal line, to try and make it so much harder for opposing teams to get through.
And it is harder to attack against a 13-man defensive line, but what they're doing is they're susceptible for the kick, and there's been 25% of the tries scored in 2022 have come off kicks.
Yeah.
So there's a real opportunity there, and you're leaving your team vulnerable if you do jump in the defensive line. We're going to take a look at a few plays here from the weekend. There was a couple from the Knights game. Just have a look at Kalen Pong is in the defensive line. The ball goes out to Walker, and there's so much space in behind. Ola Kawatu's got a great a great relationship with his inside man. He leads with a kick, his only thinking kick, and he scores a try. There was another one with Daly Cherry Evans. The ball's on the left-hand side of the field, and he creates a little bit of structure in and around. You see the outside man coming up. On this occasion, Kurt Mann was the fullback. He was up in the line, and then Morgan Harper just leads for a beautiful kick. Obviously, some communication there between Cherry Evans and Harper, but there's so much space in behind, there's a real opportunity to score some tries. And Sam Walker, he's another one that can identify this, has got a great ability to bounce off his left foot, straighten up, and Satili Tupanua goes through a nice little hole. Tessie News in the defensive line, another try from a kick.
Yeah, indeed. And look, Walker the other night, with the 7-tackle set, we're not seeing a lot of halfbacks kick close to the line, are we? Walker was outstanding the other night. We saw a few here from Nico Hines, so it's one of the things that seems to have gone out of the game. Who are the other halfbacks who have impressed you with kicking this year?
Yeah, well, they're probably the two best ones. I think Daly Cherry Evans and Sam Walker, they can instinctively kick on the run. Adam Reynolds is probably another one with a great short kicking game. He hasn't got that connection with his outside men at the Broncos just yet, and I think the back rowers are the ones that they can build that connection with. So there's plenty of tries on offer there. Those teams that are struggling to score points, go and have a look at the few of these tries and you might come up with some.
All right, Bill, another solid Sunday from you. I'll let you get home. That's Billy's Breakdown this week for round 5. We'll see you next week.